Millions of Indians around the world are watching in horror as India reaches record numbers of COVID-19 infections. Ankur Chandra, a New York resident, struggles to find ways to support his relatives overseas.
Then we learned a 32-year-old kid in our apartment complex passed away from corona. It happened 2 days, gone. His mother is sick. Then one of our first cousin in another part of the city, he got really sick, relatively young, and he was on ventilator, and then he passed away. Then I was like, man, this is getting serious.
As the death toll rises to more than 200,000 deaths, the 4.2 million Indian Americans that make up the diaspora can only help from afar due to the Do Not Travel advisory issued by the State Department. Many of them can only wait for bad news to reach them through a barrage of WhatsApp messages, a call, or a social media post.
It will affect families, I agree, because the India diaspora is still having where a lot of people immigrating to the United States, but not, the parents are still back in India. Somebody's wife is still back in India. So, so there is still that disconnect, on that. And before COVID, people were traveling back and forth and visiting each other, but now it's become very difficult.
Images of hospitals overflowing with the sick and dying are flooding social media, as medical staff and public alike make desperate appeals for oxygen supplies. In the UK, British Indian communities took part in a 48-hour bike relay covering the distance from London to New Delhi in an attempt to raise money to help with the COVID-19 situation in India.
I think as British Indians, it's been quite distressing for us to see what's been going on at home. And of course we can't be there physically in the time we're in at the moment. And due to that, we're just doing our little bit away from home.
I guess it can't escape me that there's quite a lot of a dire situation in India right now. As an Indian, I've got friends and family who are in India. I cannot do anything for them directly, so there's an opportunity to do something by cycling. So certainly, raise some good money, which I didn't expect.
In the grand scheme of things, you feel very helpless, and you evaluating and watching everything by the minute, and you can call your parents, call your loved ones to see how they're doing, but there's only so much you can do right now. If they get sick and if beds are not available, or if the oxygen is not available, what can you do right now? So that's always on the back of your mind right now.
As life in the UK and the US edges back to normal, the unequal access to vaccines is also becoming more evident for Indians abroad. Only 2% of the people in India have been fully vaccinated, compared with the 30% in the US and 21% in the UK, according to the Bloomberg Vaccine Tracker.
We were reassured, like in January, February, oh, Corona is almost over, so people took their guards off. So that is the most frustrating thing, that after 1 year, we still have to call like all the countries to please send aid and everything when we were saying we have enough. That's the most frustrating part.
Hey, thanks for watching Bloomberg Quick Take Now. Subscribe to our channel to see the biggest stories the moment they happen from around the world. And tune in to our 24/7 live stream for global news coverage, documentaries, interviews, deep dives, and shows on the stories that you care most about.